Hello, my name's Dan. This is Cora, and we're here to review a family board game. What family board game are we reviewing? She's forgotten. Ingenious. I could have given you a clue. It's named after me. Ingenious. This is an abstract two-player game by Reiner Knizia. So what we're going to do is we're going to explain very, very badly how to play it, and then we'll come back and tell you our thoughts. Okay, so here's how you play Ingenious. It's an abstract game.
Yep.
There's no theme.
Not really.
Unless the theme is rectangles and shapes. Yep, I don't know.
Rectangles. Oh. Show me the rectangles for.
Here's a rectangle. All right, hexagons and shapes. So in Ingenious, you can be placing these tiles down on the board. Now you can place them anywhere, but they need to be touching another shape or something like that.
Yeah.
And ideally, you want to be putting them next to ones with their own colours, because when you put, that's a bad example, let's do an easy one for now. When you put one down, you look at the symbols on it and you would count how many other symbols are in a line off that. So that would be 1. So I would score 1 point on the yellow track, and here's the yellow track here. So I'll move that up 1, like that. Now Cora might put 1 down, and she might put 1 down there.
So then that would score me 1, 2, because
there's a
line there and a line there.
Yeah, so
but it doesn't include itself.
No, it doesn't include itself, that's right. So Cora would score 2 and go on 2 on the yellow track. Then she would get another one of these. I should have got another one of those as well.
Yes.
And then I might put 1 down. I might decide to go here. Nice move. So I get 1 on the orange track because there's a 1 line there, and 1 on the green track. Oh yeah. Powering ahead on these lines.
I would go, because sometimes there's these doubles as well. I might go there. Let's go 2.
Yeah, only 2 because you can't count your own tile. So 1, 2. So you should go 2 up on the yellow track, and so on and so forth until the whole of the board is full up.
Yeah.
Basically. And then you look at your scores. Now, because this is a Reiner Knizia game, and he likes messing with the scoring a little bit, you are not the winner for having the most points.
No.
So who wins?
It's the person with their lowest pin as the highest number.
That's right.
So, like, if you had your lowest pin on, 10 and I had my lowest one on 12, I would win.
Exactly. So the person, you count your lowest pin, and the person with the highest lowest pin wins. And then if there's a draw, it's the second highest lowest pin.
We did that once, and it was like, okay, the second highest the same, third highest the same, so we had to go by fourth highest.
Yeah, that's right. So you carry on going. So that might go there, then I might decide to go there, and then that might go there. So that will get me about 1, 2, 3, and then there's a line there, 4, 5. It's very easy and simple. So I'm making a meal of this when we don't really need to. And look at all the things you get. You get loads of them. Look at all them. Look at all that. Right. All right. So let's go and while Cora cleans all this up because she's made such a mess, we'll go and see what we think of it. So Cora, what do you think about Ingenious?
I really like it. I like sort of abstract games, I think, where it's like shapes, because it keeps it a bit simple, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Although I don't like the complicated games, but I do like also some simple.
Yeah. The thing I always think about abstract games is if it's a good abstract game, then it's undeniably a good game because there's no bells and whistles to distract you, no fancy. I mean, sometimes there are fancy bits, but you know what I mean. It's just the core is a good game, and this is a superb game. I think.
I really like it.
Yeah. So, what do you like about it?
I sort of like how you have to think about where you're placing it quite a lot, try and figure out where's going to get you those points, match up the colours, and also a thing I really like is instead it doesn't let you just focus on one colour, get that to the top, and then automatically win. You have to keep progressing all of them to win, rather than just.
You have to be thinking all the time about bringing them all up, and that is a classic Reiner Knizia type mechanism for scoring. He does that in a lot of his games.
Yeah.
And it really is clever because you do have to think of the whole picture, not just focus on one thing.
Because in some other games you could just get one thing to the max, and then that gets you the most points, and you can just win from that.
But this one you have to be more aware of everything else going on.
Which I really like.
Yeah, I really like that too. Anything you don't like about it?
Well, me and you both mentioned sort of, so you know the scoring rectangles.
Rectangle, yep.
That we mentioned earlier. So when you try and move the pins, if you press them down, like so they're all the way in, then it's so hard to get them back out again.
Yeah.
So then you kind of want to just keep it a bit loose. So.
Yeah, the cardboard kind of almost tightens round. The pins are slightly too big for the cardboard, so you push them quite hard in. They stay there. Yeah. That's a good thing. They don't get knocked out, but they're quite difficult to pull out, and then it's just a bit of a faff. And you're moving these pins
like all the time.
All the time. It would have been nicer made out of plastic, but then again, there is already quite a lot of plastic in this game, and this game is relatively cheap as well. The tiles are flimsy, but they're solid enough for the purpose. They're not like made out of Bakelite or anything like that, but they're solid enough for the purpose. And I imagine you could make a really good Dulux version. I'm sure there probably is a Dulux version, or Deluxe. Sorry, and people Deluxe. People criticise me for saying Dulux because it's a brand of paint. Deluxe. I do know how to say it. I just choose to say it the other way. Anyway. I'm having an argument with somebody for a video I did like 4 years ago.
Like, G-Lux?
G-Lux, he said it again! Let's get typing in the comments. Anyway, you could make a really fancy version of this. I'm sure there has been one already made because this has been out for a long time. But the edition we've got, it's just a bit of a faff, isn't it? Pulling those in and out.
But then all the other aspects of the game are really nice.
Yeah. And also, it's not just a two-player game. I think I said it was a two-player game, but you can play with more people.
Yeah, that's what. There's like different coloured ring around it. You sort of like unlock more if you have more players.
Just we've never played with more than two. But it's good to have a nice abstract game that plays with more than two as well, because often that's not the case. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go over to the scoring board, which is over there. You can't see it, but it's behind you. And we will see where Cora ranks it compared to the other games that we've been playing recently.
Yes. So now we're going to rank Ingenious on our magical board. So the mysterious hand is back, and it's going to put it right there. I think you might have been able to see the mysterious hand's head, but that's alright. So that is our leaderboard. At the moment, Acropolis still at the top.
Okay, so that was Ingenious. I've been Dan. This has been Scumbag Cora.
You've been Dan. He's not Dan anymore.
I'm still Dan, but I've also been Dan. Cora has been Cora and still is Cora. And we will see you next time when we review an exciting edition of Dan and Cora Reviews Board Games. Oh, yeah, baby.